Nathan Adlin here with the Fast Lane car, and look what we have. A 2013 Chevrolet Equinox. It's kind of an interesting, no it's not interesting, but it is a good little SUV crossover at $36,385. Gives you a lot for the money. And here we are at Red Rocks, Colorado. We're going to find out exactly what this thing can do right here on the Fast Lane car. You know, it gets about 19 miles per gallon combined. That's not bad when you consider how big it is, especially with the V6. The thing is that on roads like this that are windy and fun, there is a little thumb control on the gear lever that lets you hold gears once you're in the manual mode. Does it make a difference? I guess so. This engine is a 3.6 liter V6 that makes a much more reasonable 264 horsepower and 222 pound-feet of torque. And as you can tell, it's hidden under this lovely shroud. I'm really getting sick and tired of car makers doing this, but it does clean up the engine bay, I suppose. It's kind of nice to have the trunk automated. On the key fob, it's pretty easy to find. The thing is, there's not a lot of space. This is just like the GMC Terrain, which means you don't get as much room as competitors like the Honda CR-V. But on the plus side, you get these handy dandy dual exhausts, which pretty much do nothing to increase the performance, and this almost chrome-like little metal piece under there for off-roading, which obviously this is not built to do. I'm not a huge fan of chrome, especially on vehicles that really don't deserve it. A Mercedes-Benz, yeah, a little bit of chrome. A Cadillac even, yeah, chrome. Chevy, not so much. These cost $1,000 and they're 18-inch. Save your money. The other thing that costs a little bit of extra money, the V6, that's $1,500. Yeah, buy that. Don't worry about that. I mean, it doesn't help the looks, does it? It's beautiful out here, isn't it? It's the best way I can make this Equinox look a little bit better, because quite frankly, it's a little boring to look at. There's nothing wrong with it. I've never been much of a fan of these protruding taillights and the fact that they're round and kind of pop out and kind of grab your eye and bring them to the ass of the vehicle. Never been a big fan of that. The rest of it is clean, simple, kind of looks like a very mellow version of a Lexus RX. Hey, let me show you something real quick. Ow. Ow. There's a lot of good looking plastics in here, but they're all super hard. General Motors has come a long way. They're now making better looking interiors. All they need to do now is just up the quality a little bit. There's decent room for kids back here. In fact, there's quite a bit for adults as well. Good leg room. The seats do recline a little tiny bit, but they don't slide forward and aft. Bummer. Steering feel, not so much. That's common with most crossovers. There's only a few that really impart a little bit of a sporty feel to them, so I'm not going to condemn Chevrolet for doing that. Frankly speaking, it's heavy, which I like, especially when you're going around corners. There's a lot of heft to the wheel. There are some people out there with brittle little tiny arms who won't like it as much, but at least it gives you a little bit more of a feeling of control, at least for me. There is one annoying thing, and that has to do with a small little sensor that this vehicle has to prevent it from slamming into other vehicles. There's this really bright component on top of the navigation screen that blurs like red light at you and screams at you, "Stop, you're gonna hit somebody." The 2013 Chevrolet Equinox is a perfectly fine vehicle. For the Fast Lane cars, buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it scale, I'm gonna give it a rented. Look, it would be a lot better if it had something going on that actually made me smile. But I will say this, as a day-to-day mommy and daddy take the kids to school vehicle, you could do a lot worse. And I did get a chance just for a moment to test out the all-wheel drive system. There's no buttons or anything, it just does it. It did okay. I would highly recommend the V6. Please, do yourself a favor, get the V6 and not those chrome wheels. For the Fast Lane Cars, this is Nathan Adlin saying see you next time.